This is Italy, a nation that spent the 19th century obsessively conquering every inch of this peninsula to create a unified superpower. But if you look carefully at its map, you'll find a hole right here. This is San Marino. It's a 61 square kilometer sovereign nation completely trapped inside Italy. It's not a Vatican city-state, it's not a religious enclave, and it's definitely not Italian. It's the oldest republic on Earth. For over 1,700 years, empires have risen and fallen around this single mountain. Yet no one, not Napoleon, not the Nazis, and not even the architects of modern Italy, ever managed to take it. How does a country smaller than Manhattan survive being surrounded by a world power for centuries? And why, when Italy finally had the chance to wipe it off the map, did they decide to leave it alone? To understand the world's most successful glitch in geography, we have to look at a debt of honor that changed the map of Europe forever. Legend says a stonemason named Marinus fled the Roman Emperor Diocletian's Christian persecutions in 301 AD. He climbed a rugged limestone cliff called Monte Titano and told his followers, "I leave you free from both men." That phrase, freedom from the emperor and freedom from the pope, became the DNA of this rock. For centuries, while the rest of Europe was busy being conquered by Napoleon or carved up by the Habsburgs, San Marino stayed invisible. It was too small to be a threat and, frankly, too difficult to climb. But the 1800s changed everything. Nationalism was sweeping Europe and Italy was a mess of different rulers. And a man named Giuseppe Garibaldi, the hero of two worlds, was about to change the map forever. In 1849, Garibaldi was on the run. His attempt to defend the Roman Republic had collapsed. He was surrounded by Austrian and papal armies. He had thousands of troops, a dying wife, and nowhere to go. He turned to the only place that offered perpetual liberty, San Marino. The San Marinese took a massive risk and let Garibaldi in. They fed his troops. They gave him a chance to regroup and eventually escape to continue the fight for Italy. San Marino didn't take sides, they practiced active neutrality. Flash forward to 1861, Italy is finally becoming a country. Garibaldi is the national hero and the new king, Victor Emmanuel II, is looking at the map. He could easily send a single battalion up Monte Titano and end the Republic in an afternoon. But he doesn't. Why? Because Garibaldi, the man who literally built modern Italy, owed San Marino his life. Garibaldi insisted that San Marino's independence be respected. In 1862, a treaty of friendship was signed. Italy got its unification, San Marino got to keep its mountain. It was a debt of honor that essentially became a permanent geopolitical shield. But surviving the 1860s is one thing, surviving the 20th century is another. San Marino survived 2 world wars. During World War II, they remained neutral even as the Gothic Line, the brutal Nazi defensive line, was drawn right across their doorstep. They even took in 100,000 refugees, 10 times their own population, at the height of the conflict. And then there's the politics. This is the only country in the world that has 2 heads of state, called captains regent, who are elected every 6 months. It's a system designed to ensure no one person ever gets too much power. It's a living museum of medieval democracy. So how does it work today? Is it just a puppet state? Technically, San Marino is heavily dependent on Italy. They use the euro and have an open border. But they are a tax haven, a hub for high-end tourism, and they hold a nuisance value in international diplomacy that keeps them relevant. San Marino is the glitch in the matrix. It's a reminder that sometimes geography is destiny, that a sheer cliff face and a well-timed favor to a revolutionary can be more powerful than a standing army. It remains the country Italy never took, not because Italy couldn't, but because, in a strange way, Italy needs San Marino to exist. It's the conscience of the peninsula, a 1,700-year-old experiment in liberty that proves you don't need a lot of land to have a massive history.